Hello there, good people of the world. Welcome to another video and stream. I am going to switch to Discord in a second because, it's no point in... Hi there. How do you do? So, let's go back to Discord. Here we are again. So, I can tell you right away that I really cherish this little plane here, the Islander. It's awesome. It works so well. It works so well. Oh, it works so well. Or something. Crying out loud. I have a, what is it called? Something that I have a, today I have I'm struggling to find the word, but I have a knot in my tongue. Is that the right word? A knot, like 10 knots. And there's this knot from oh dear. It's hopeless.
What are you trying to say?
I am trying to say that I'm struggling to pronounce words correctly today. I have had that all day long. I don't know why. So, even in German, even in my native language. So, I need to turn on a couple of things here.
Hope you guys can hear me okay.
I heard somebody say something, but not yours. A little bit silent, actually. Hello there, by the way.
You were loud enough for me. You might want to check your volume. I heard him loud and clear.
Okay, but I hear you a lot better, Vinny, than
maybe you might have me turned up. You should check my volume level in the Discord. Make sure.
That's true.
No higher
I have
than
you
100.
on 200%.
See, that's the problem. That's why my sound effects are so loud to you.
Yeah, I'm getting hard to take every single time. But there's a streamer mode that I seem to have active, but I didn't activate it. Go away, because I cannot see the names here. Noah Nutty.
Yeah, Noah's good for me. How are you guys?
Excellent. Thank you so much. How about you?
Hey, doing fine, thanks.
Well, we'll have to turn up the volume for you. So, say something again, please.
My mic is not in an ideal place right now. I'm still kind of setting up my rig, so I'll try and speak loud, though.
No, it works. I'd put you to 200% and put down Vinny, so it's all right. Pull back all the levers. There we go. Turn on avionics master and all this other stuff here. I'm still trying to figure out how to start up the Islander. Trying to remember every single step on the top of my head. Does it work? Oh, yes. No, it doesn't. Oh, dude, I forgot to. That's one of the steps that I always forget to do. Is because that is a 2024 plane. You need to take away all the engine covers and the pitot heat cover and all that stuff.
I'm pretty sure I ran across a cheat for that. There's a way that you can bypass that.
Okay.
When I run across it again, I'll let you know. I can't remember it.
Oh, please do, because I
do know how to do that.
Tell me.
Okay.
If you select the airport and then the location that you want to spawn.
Yeah.
If you don't pick one of the parking spots, but just a random point at the airport, and you use that as a spawning point, you can choose if you are spawning airborne or stopped with engines off or stopped with engines on.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, but I want to have the engines turned off, but I do not want to remove all this. I don't want to do the walk around on my plane.
Oh, you want to do the startup,
okay.
but you want to skip the walk around.
Exactly. I don't want to know how to operate my plane correctly, but I want to skip all this stuff that you have to do outside of the plane, because that is annoying.
Yeah, and I think there is a way to do that.
Okay.
You normally let your co-pilot do the walk around, don't you?
I would if I had the opportunity, yes.
There's probably a setting for that.
Yeah, not in this life. No, it works. Okay.
I'll be away for the next 3 or 4 minutes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
No problem. We can wait.
Copy that.
Okay. Hey there, Pete. Okay, what does the flight plan say? Tucumán and Miraflores. We'll see how far we go today, but I think we might be able to do Carano. And Carano is in, what's that country? Colombia? I think so. Then we have Panama, and then it is... No, it's Bogota. No, Bogota is the capital of Colombia, right? And then we have Quito. No, that's Colombia. Let me take a look at Google Maps. That might be the best idea. No guessing game here. Yeah, that's Colombia. So, right now, we are going to start at... Where's the Panama Canal? At the city of Colón. And after that, we're going to fly to Panama City. And after that, we're going to fly all the way down to Colombia. And... Well, we'll see how far we can go. But Carano, that is about here, I would say. Carano. Where are you? No, that's the name of the airport. But the city... Bello? Is there a city called Bello? Nope, there isn't. Anyway, we are going to cross into Colombia today, so that's nice. Oh, there is Quito. Okay. That's the other one down here. I'm going to have to compare little nav map here to Google Maps. Let's see.
I think the time-wise, I wasn't expecting to get past SKLC.
KLC, you mean? KLC, okay. Well, we see that it's just 180 miles. We've done a lot more on
Well, we
other
have
days.
to get to MPTO first.
We are at oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we landed elsewhere.
Yeah, I know. You're right about that. But that's only about 40 miles, not even that. We'll see. We'll see.
170 plus the distance to MPTO.
Okay.
But yeah, like you said, we'll see. We can play it by ear.
We'll see. So,
just didn't want you to commit to too much.
No. As you said, I am the one in charge here. I can end this session whenever I want to.
Okay, scared now.
Okay, that's good.
Good. That's how you want your followers to be, scared
exactly.
and subservient.
And I desperately want to make a good deal on everything that I do. And I want to free Bolsonaro.
Wow.
Because he's... I am following... Nah, we're not going to talk about American politics right now.
Yeah,
but
let's not go there.
No, we're not going to go there. But, you know, it's ridiculous. It really is.
No argument.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. We're gonna take off from runway at least little. That's what little nav map says. We're supposed to take off from runway 36. I think that's what.
And I'm looking at the windsock, and I agree.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it spawned me into the other one, so I just cruised down to this side.
Okay, no big deal. But you're on the West Europe server, I guess. Can you see us?
Yeah, I do. I see some people now.
Okay, that's good.
You guys see me? I'm next to Control Freak.
Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh,
yeah,
you're
awesome.
all
I've
you're basically waiting for me there. I'm just I'm not oh man. Got to get going here.
Do you guys fly together often?
Some of us, yes.
I mean, we have been.
Very cool. I flew in 2020, like many years ago, but in multiplayer a little bit, but not since then. So
it's awesome that you chose us to fly along. So I'm thankful for every kind-spirited soul.
Yeah, absolutely. Where do you guys live? I live in New Mexico.
New Mexico. Okay. I'm
in Florida.
I'm about halfway across the planet in Germany.
Oh, excellent. I was in Munich about 6 months ago, and my wife and I took a nice tour down through Austria and saw a few castles and then came home. It was really nice.
Okay. So was that a business trip or what was it? Just
No,
some kind of vacation?
Yeah, my family's all from Germany, and I was born here, but I've never been. So I wanted to go, and I finally got a nice tour all through the area. It was amazing. I got to Amsterdam and kind of just stuck to the trains and a few cars. You know, it was really neat.
That's awesome. Well, I have to admit that I really don't like Munich because it's one of the biggest cities in Germany, and it's overly crowded, and you have all kinds of... If you want to go there, usually my family and I go by car because that's what we need to do around the area that I live in, and there's the public transportation is not very well designed there, and so we usually go by car, but Munich is a nightmare when it comes to
really?
Car traffic.
Well, where do you live then?
It's in the city of Bayreuth, which is about 300, let's say 250 kilometers north of Munich.
Oh, I see. Okay. Awesome. I'd love to go see that part of the country. We only took the train through there, though.
Yeah, Bayreuth is really not very well connected to the rest of the country, unfortunately. They missed all kinds of opportunities to make the public transportation better. The only thing that really works is the connection to the Autobahn, to the highways. That works quite well, but it's so there are so many traffic congestions, and it's good that I have a camper van that whenever we get stuck in traffic, my kids can play somewhere in the back of the van. So it happens quite often.
Quick question for Noah. Is your call sign N63792?
It is, yes.
Okay. So I'm seeing that on your tail, and you're in a DA62, I guess?
Correct. Yeah, but this is my first time kind of setting it up the sim even, so I'm not sure if I got it right. Like I went in, I turned on nameplates basically, and that's about it, I think.
I'd say you nailed it because you look exactly like you're supposed to, and
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how unusual that is.
It's almost like I know what I'm doing, but it's all lies.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so.
You come from 2020. It's not that far away, really.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the UI, they messed up the UI, but everything else still kind of checks out. Okay, guys, let's see. Everybody here. We've got 5 people on. Where's Outfreter? Where are you?
He's here.
Behind you.
Oh, I should switch to the external view then. Oh yeah, there you are. 4 people on the runway. We're missing somebody. Who's missing?
I don't have a flight plan, but I assume it's okay just to follow you guys around.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter at all. Most of the time. We've been following Vinny, Control Freak, because he's better prepared than I am usually. But today I do. I don't have the flight plan on my GPS, but that doesn't matter. You just go ahead and follow me.
At least you know you can.
I could if I wanted. Pete is still missing, I guess. But I think he's going to be able to catch up. Oh, we have another guy here. That's Mats from Denmark, if I remember correctly. He's there at the other end of the runway. We're going to wait for him. He last time he joined on Twitch, so if you want to, you can say hi. Yep. Sweden, I'm sorry. South of Sweden, right? Yeah. That was it. So he's joining us on Twitch. And he says hi to all. I'm not sure if anyone is following on Twitch, so. Okay. Somebody else here? No. Okay, I think we're just going to spawning in the 208, but has not set up as I have. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. The 208 is pretty easy to fly, I would say. South of Sweden, Scania. Okay. So let's go ahead and take off. Let's just get this show in the air. Everybody good to go?
Good to go.
All right.
Just watch out for Matt on the other end.
Fortunately, there is no collision check here in the simulator.
Fortunately.
You're accelerating that much faster than I am. It's a bit embarrassing. I have 2 engines.
I'm glad you're embarrassed.
It's always nice with you, every single time. Oh, I should trim my wheel. No, I should trim my elevator, not the wheel. Come on, bird. There we go. Okay, direction. What kind of? Yeah, you go ahead and fly. You can give us directions at the first couple of miles, and then I can take over if you're too lazy, old man.
Hey, I'm heading for the next airport on the route.
That's a good idea.
MPTO.
MPTO. Mike Papa, where's the P? There we go. So I don't want to start a serious discussion here, but how do you like FS 2024 so far, Noah? I'm curious.
Well, I tried it. First was released, and then realized pretty quick that I should just put it down and wait. And so I flew 2020 for a long time, and then with the second patch, I'm happier, and I started the career, and I'm hitting glitches, of course, and bugs and stuff, but it's not the end of the world. And I gotta say the graphics look a lot better. I'm getting good performance in VR, and so I think I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Pretty excited about whatever's next. Like it definitely needs work, obviously.
Yeah, it definitely needs work.
Yes, it does. But it was a lot worse in the beginning, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll bet it'll get as stable as 2020 eventually.
Hopefully, at some point.
What about you guys? Is it pretty much primarily flying the sim now for you too?
It's the only sim that I fly, but I'm annoyed as hell.
I fly both. There's a couple of group flights during the week that I join that fly exclusively 2020, so I can switch back and forth because I have them both.
I'm exaggerating a little bit. I mean, there are a lot of bugs that I have no idea why they still exist because they've had so much time. But on the other hand, there are quite a lot of things that you could possibly like if you're able to compromise. So that some of the graphics are better, and of course, it's the only platform that really has a future. So the only thing that's still missing is the ecosystem, I guess, with third-party stuff. Because if you look at the marketplace and at your usual add-on sites, there is still not a whole lot going on when it comes to 2024.
Yeah, I have noticed that. I've been keeping my eye out, and every once in a while I find something neat to install. But I'm glad that at least there's a community flying still like this, and so I get to see more of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, I've seen worse software than this one here. So, I mean, it's not dying on me every single hour. So I cannot really complain that much. I like to complain about every single detail, but in the end of the day, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much.
That is true. I think we just want the best for it. Like I've been flying sims since like F-117 in the 80s with my dad, and so I just want to see it get better and better. And I mean, I gotta say, like since I'm now trying out like the AI say intentions, stuff like that, it's pretty wild what's coming out these days.
Absolutely. Say intentions is pretty cool. It's all still pretty experimental, but they have some interesting features. I like to use Say Intentions, at least when it comes to... I mean, I'm not using ATC all the time because when we're doing these group flights, then there's enough distraction all the time, so I'm not going to be able to split my attention between ATC and talking to you guys. So it's more fun to talk to you than to ATC. But they are doing quite well.
The tour guide can be fun.
Absolutely. Depending on the personality that you choose, but what's his name again? I forget it all the time. Two-Tone Murphy, exactly. Murphy.
Yeah, I think I just got like the Entourage version without the monthly fee. I think it's only like tour guide maybe, and also the co-pilot, like the coach. But I haven't tried real hard with it. I noticed that I have like a running credit that seems to be decreasing every time I fly. So I assume I'm like using up AI credits, and maybe that gets refilled every month. Do you guys know how that works?
I have premium, so I have no idea. But I canceled the premium subscription for now. I've done that a couple of times in the past, and then I went back to it because for some reason I can't live without it. But I have no idea. The Entourage, yes, it would make sense for them to have some kind of credit system, because in the end they're still using the external platforms like Azure from Microsoft and OpenAI, I guess, and all kinds of different platforms that that have AI on board, that they're using the APIs and stuff like that. So it would be pretty expensive for them if there was no cap at the end. It would be pretty risky if they didn't put a stop to heavy usage.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I'm sure they also captured a lot of, or hoping to capture a lot of business with, if at least having one option that's not subscription model. A lot of people just hate that.
Yeah, I know how hard it, because I'm struggling with generative AI myself in my job, so I know that it's currently it is expensive if you want to use the external services like from OpenAI and stuff like that. But so I understand why it's expensive, but for the average user, I also have I get it why they don't want to pay that much. Because in the end, for example, ChatGPT is for free. You can use it for free. Why should I pay for some silly ATC? And it's a niche, really.
Yeah, I guess it really probably is. Like, I wonder how many users they have. I've never tried premium, but only because I'm kind of still learning how to use it. So I feel like it's a waste until I know what I'm doing. But I think it really is a neat option. And I think they're adding traffic, right? Like now there's a full traffic integration.
Yeah, it's still not working very well, but they're trying hard, so that's okay. It's better. Everything that they do when it comes to ATC and traffic is better than the thing that comes with the simulator itself. All of that is crap. All the external tools are doing much better, even if it's only experimental. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Like the built-in one is worthless, pretty much.
Yeah, you just look at the traffic. They're doing all kinds of shit, flying in your face. You're taking off from a runway, and you're getting traffic coming your way from the opposite direction. All that. This is not happening. Or it does happen with say intentions sometimes, but I mean they're trying hard to avoid that. So, and Microsoft isn't doing anything about that. So. I won't complain. They're trying their best.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, and about these tours that we do here, Vinny, for example, has been along most of the Pacific Edge tour here. You might have seen that this is a tour that is going from Alaska to the Falklands, and we've been doing this for months now. I think, when did we start? In March sometime, I think. And
well, I wasn't with you in the beginning.
Yeah, at the very beginning, but a couple of
West
flights
Coast.
in, you did join, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's been awesome. I mean, this is it's a long adventure, really, and it's relaxing, and it's a lot of fun to do.
Couldn't agree more.
That's so cool. Yeah, it's really neat just to meet and chat with people who like this kind of stuff too. Because, like, where I live in New Mexico, I'm in a little farming town. I'm an alpaca farmer in like the middle of the desert, right? So there's no one out here.
Oh wow!
And
You're
so
an
I'm just hanging-
alpaca farmer. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a great life. I love it. We just started up a couple years ago. We like left the city of Denver and like did the whole thing, man. Like follow the dream and all that. But there's no one out here but me and these animals, and so it's kind of cool to fly and meet people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially when they're scattered all over the world, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it so like unique? It's I can't think of much else that I do that's like that, really.
Yep, me too.
I think when I'm looking at my own screen here, I have AI traffic enabled from Say Intentions. Because there's a new option. They put out a new version of Say Intentions, and it's a little bit too much, really. There are so many planes in the air here. I'm gonna turn it
Yeah,
off.
that's live traffic that's on. I'm seeing it too. There's a lot of
Okay.
CMP.
Yeah, exactly.
I see a Boeing 737.
Oh no, I did turn off the traffic and say intention, so live traffic. What's going on? What the heck?
Check and see if you have live traffic turned on. If you
Yep.
turn it off, the nameplate should wink off. They don't
No,
bother
I'm
me.
not gonna.
I can.
It doesn't matter really.
Yeah, I agree.
But still, it's almost the same call signs all the way. CMP.
Yep.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's kind of common when you get near an airport. A certain company like Boeing or American Airlines or Delta or something like that, you'll see lots of them because it's one of their hubs.
Yeah, but CMP. What kind of?
Well, remember where you are. Who knows?
Yeah, that's
I guess
true.
we could Google it.
Oh well, we could do that. I guess. Airline CMP. Let's see.
CMP company.
List of Copa Airlines. Copa. Copa Airlines is located in Panama City. That makes sense. That's their hub. And they have quite a lot of planes here. Let's see. They're about I would say almost 200 planes that these guys have. No, 100. No, 103 planes. Okay, Boeing 737 and Embraer 190 and the Electra. So it's more of a local airline, but they are pretty present here. So how did you come to become an alpaca farmer? Was that some kind of impromptu idea that you had, or I mean, this is...
It almost was, really. It was, we just got really tired. I got married and we had a house in the city of Denver, and it was just a really busy life. And one day we just looked at each other and said, maybe life would be better if we were like in the middle of nowhere and no traffic and animals everywhere, and just see what happens. And she works from home and I work from home, so I think that's the only reason it was possible. So
I have the exact same thoughts all the time, because with my wife as well, we think about buying a house somewhere else, not in the city. I mean, I really do like the area and the neighbors that we have, but sometimes it's just too much. It's too busy. There's not enough space for all the things that we would like to do, and I'm not the kind of guy who wants to raise animals, but I can absolutely relate to trying to get somewhere out of the city and find some place else that is calm and relaxing. And
yeah, just the environment change, like without the animals, that alone, you're absolutely right. It's like, it feels different, like you feel different. It's just a different experience. But, it's a long process. It's, for us, it was years of thinking and talking.
At our 12 o'clock, about 6 kilometers.
So, yeah, but I got to say I don't regret it. So, which is pretty cool life out here.
Opened in 1947, this airport...
I have a strong, because I mean, it also means that you're going to have to give up quite a lot. I mean, it's a complete change when it comes, for example, to the simplest things, bringing the kids to school. I mean, I don't know if you have kids, but I have kids that need to go to school. And the farther out I am, the more difficult it gets. You're going to have to drive a lot more, and you're going to have to have a much more effective organization when it comes to logistics and stuff like that. It's a two-sided. What do you call it in English? The two-sided swords. You know what I mean?
Yeah, two sides of the coin, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Two
true.
sides of the same coin.
Two sides of the same coin. Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
No, you're right. We have no kids, and that is probably the main reason it was the cutoff.
Yeah, I would say that makes things a little bit easier. Yeah,
I can vouch for that.
yeah. Where do we need to go? Let me take a look at the map. The next airport would be Mike Papa Sierra Echo.
Well, I'm landing at Tango Oscar right now, 21L. I was going to do a full stop and wait for everybody. But,
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's just do a landing here. Why not? We're doing this on Iceland all the time. We're landing every couple of minutes, kind of. We're doing 2 tours most of the time at the same time. Noah, where there's this tour here at the Pacific Edge tour. The other one is on Iceland. I'm trying to figure.
Road rally.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all fun and games.
It's really great to just explore the map. I've not done a lot of that, so this is pretty cool. It looks like we're over Central America somewhere.
Yes, that is true. We're in right now. Did we already cross the border to Colombia? I don't think so. Nope. We're still in Nicaragua. I'm not sure. We're crossing into South America right now, basically.
Okay, cool, man. I've never flown over here.
Neither did I. So that's the whole point of these tours, to explore the world.
All the way up the coast. That's awesome. So you guys are probably looking at what, 6-7 months, right?
Not that much, I hope. But yeah, some of the tours are longer, and that's on purpose, because I mean, I cannot come up with a tour every single week. You know, it's a little bit of a process to figure out the route and maybe find some interesting hot spots, and then
yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, that makes. You guys trade off and build routes sometimes. It sounds like it'd be kind of a fun project at some point.
Yeah. Which runway did you land on, Vinny? Oh, the left one. Okay.
Yeah, there are 2 parallel runways here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We're missing our Tingu today. He's got something better to do. I will remember that. I'm gonna make life hard for him.
Uh-oh.
Not really. Mads, how are you doing? It's you can actually even if your English is not as I probably your English is probably better than mine, but even if you don't want to talk, it would be nice to have you on Discord. We're not biting, we're not being mean to you, so whenever you have the opportunity to join, that would be awesome. And what was I about to ask? How are you doing, by the way? We've got 2 Swedish guys that are flying with us most of the time. Most of the time is a little bit exaggerated. But our Tingu is one guy from Sweden, and then we have Mats, who's on Twitch, and then we have Outfretra from the Netherlands, and Pete was there also, but he kind of got lost along the way, I think. That was a good landing, Noah.
You as well. That was fun. I just followed you right in.
Excellent. There is I don't know if you can see this, but there's a weird jet here who's standing on his tail, pointing to the sky with his nose. Interesting sight. Vinny, if you want to take a look at the stream, I have not seen something like this. He's turning around. Interesting.
You know what? I have seen this.
Okay, I didn't yet.
Not sure how it comes to be, but I have seen it before.
Okay. Well, that's one of the mysteries of 2024.
It could be a helicopter that is rendering as a commercial jet.
That could be. Indeed.
It can be a taildragger that's rendering as a commercial jet.
Come again?
It can be a taildragger that's depicted as a.
That's true. Yeah, either a helicopter or a tilt rotor or something like that.
I just set up rudder pedals with the brakes today, and that's been a trip trying to get used to this.
Yep, I understand. So Mats is saying that he will join some other time. That's all right, mate. No big deal. But it's nice that you're listening in and that you're flying with us. So, international logistics. At least your tail number, whatever it's called in English, tail number, I guess. It's working. Your plane looks awfully flawless today. No floats, no weird stuff. It's a little bit disturbing, really.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, you've got a 2024 plane now. You're seeing the world properly.
That might actually be the case, yes.
I think it might be.
It's just so ridiculous. But it's a nice plane you have there. It's pretty big compared to my little thing here.
Yeah, it dwarfs most GA planes.
Yeah.
It's a cargo plane.
Mm-hmm. Matt says a lot of settings for the 208 to handle it with his Logitech joystick. Struggling. What do you mean exactly? Is there you're trying to put all kinds of functions on your Logitech joystick with the rather limited amount of buttons that you have. Is that it? So, where is everybody? Matt's is stuck somewhere. Oh, I should stay in the plane. Oh, you guys are lined up nicely here. This is awesome. I should make a screenshot of that.
You should.
I will.
We look great, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely. Okay, Matt says, yeah, parking right flaps, and right now just want to handle both engines, cannot get the plane to stop on the runway. Yeah, I mean, you could use the keyboard really for the brake. That's not much of an issue. I mean, you're stepping on the brakes 100%, but it'll still stop the plane. So.
He's in a 208, is that right?
I haven't seen. What kind of plane are you in, Mats? He took off again, I think.
Okay. If he's in a 208, you should let him know that there's a low idle and a high idle.
Yep.
And trying to taxi in high idle can be a handful.
He can actually. He should be able to hear you.
Oh, right. I'm on the stream. I
yes,
forget.
you are. Let's take off
again. Are we
again.
rolling?
Yes. Let's go. Are you guys ready? I think so.
Ready.
Okay. Let's take off.
I'll leave you in my dust again, like I did before.
Yeah, that's well, you should not crash your plane, please. It looks a bit weird what you're doing there, but as long as you don't get hurt, I will be happy.
I don't have rudder trim in this plane, so I have to do everything manually.
Okay. Yes, Mats can hear you. That's what he says.
My wings might tip a bit when I take off.
There we go. Let's make a left turn. And yeah, we're over. Yeah, not yet. It's not completely South America yet, but we're gonna cross into Colombia next. Pretty soon, I would say. About in like a month, if nothing goes wrong. Or 2, I don't know. Maybe 6 months. Me and the control settings are not friends, and nah, I get it. The entire user experience and the menus and all that kind of stuff, I don't know how they could possibly mess up that much a user interface. I mean, in 2020 sometimes I struggled, but it did work most of the time. But in 2024 they really outdid themselves messing things up. That is just an awesome example of how a big company can just ignore all the principles that have been there in user interface design for decades, and they fucked it up. I don't know, it's just ridiculous. Sorry, come again?
I have to agree with you, yeah, and it's just really, really slow for me when I'm changing controls and setting up controls.
Don't get me started. Absolutely, and some of the things I have a strong feeling that you need to stream some of the user interfaces, because the response time, if you click on something, it takes forever for the system to respond. And that, I mean, how can you possibly create something that takes forever to save a single setting? I mean, there are a couple of really neat design books. One of them is called "Don't Make Me Think" from somebody I don't remember, but a really good author who is just dissecting all kinds of user interfaces, and he looked at it and said that's too complicated. That's just bullshit. And I don't know how many levels of interaction you have inside the flight simulator system. You're going to have to walk through all kinds of sub-menus. And how could you possibly... I mean, aren't these guys using their own system? If I was somebody of them, I would have slapped everybody in the face who was taking part in this whole endeavor. It's just so silly. It neglects every single idea that that exists about user interfaces and yeah, I should stop ranting, but you know what I mean. It's just I cannot even. I could go on for this like hours. I could go on like this for hours that way around.
So are you guys using the beta, or is it possible to fly with beta and regular users on the same server?
Absolutely not. I mean, the release version is still beta enough for me. I don't even know. But
well, that's certainly true.
Yeah, and apart from that, I don't think that you can join as a beta user.
No, you can't. If you're in SU2 and somebody's in SU3 beta, that you can't. There are no servers in common. There's no way to see each other.
I see.
There is software that people are working on. One of them lets you see each other in a map. One that I've been playing with on Sunday with a group flight called Unifly, which is going one better than that, where you can actually see airplanes, and it has a little bit of manual control over the model matching. I don't know if you've heard that phrase before, but that's been a bugaboo since 2020, where you see people in other planes than what they're in because you don't have the model that they have, or a livery even that they have, and that causes you to see them in one plane when they're in another. And this Unifly software looks like it's really heading in the right direction. I think if they get to a point where it's proper 1.0 release, it's going to catch on like wildfire, because it's going to be a way for people to do just that, be in the SU3 beta and interact with people in the SU2
or even
standard version.
Yeah, go ahead. And even
and other sims. Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
If you're flying X-Plane, for example, you could still join or fly an older version of Flight Simulator. Like if you're still in love with FSX, I guess you would even be able to join. So
we had one in this in the fly-in last Sunday that was on FSX, and we could see him.
Wow, that's really wild. So the program is injecting traffic into all sims at the same time?
Yeah, apparently the data is all available. There's a connection protocol that external programs can use to talk to the sim and find out where all the data for that aircraft is, altitude, speed, direction, all that stuff, and what kind of plane they're in. Unfortunately, like I said before, if you don't have the model or the livery that they're using, then you won't be able to see it under normal circumstances. But this Unifly software looks like it's going to fix that finally.
I mean, and at the end of the day, we're moving in a three-dimensional space, and it's still the Flight Simulator's been trying to replicate the whole world since I don't know how many versions. And at the end of the day, you only need the coordinates and some idea about the direction and the speed, as you said, and then you're going to be able to plant that plane at the specific point in the space. So I think it would be doable with almost any kind of with any kind of sim, as long as you are able to connect to the sim via an API or something else. There's been this FSUIPC, I think, or this software that's been used with older versions of Flight Simulator. I still have a license, although I don't need it anymore. But as long as you have some kind of some way to connect to the simulator, it should work, basically, and it's awesome. And there have been other programs like this. I think somebody asked on the forums about whether I would like to use some software, but it was not. What was it called? What did you say, Vinny? The
one that I've been playing with recently is Unifly.
Exactly.
It looks really promising.
Yeah, we could possibly try that out at some point. Once we do a new tour. I'm not going to do it right now, but if we pick up on something else, so. But yeah, it really makes sense to use that because I don't really like
what happens when?
Go ahead.
What happens when someone flies with Unifly and flying DCS and joins our flight and gets a lock on you?
Then he's going to shoot me down, I guess.
I don't think the bullets will translate.
Nah.
I think
only the aircraft.
Yeah. I don't know if is there a connection to DCS?
I think they listed every sim I've ever heard of. If you go to unifly.gg, you can read about it yourself there.
Okay.
And they say what the sims are that they're targeting, and it's almost all of them.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, because I mean, if you want to fly with somebody who's flying DCS, you're going to have to be in the space that this guy has, because the maps, I mean, they're limited to the maps that exist for DCS. But I mean, if that's that would actually be awesome. I mean, they're not going to be able to shoot me down, but anyway, to share the same space, the same airspace, would be an achievement in itself.
They could get the satisfaction of shooting at you, even though you wouldn't detect it at all.
Yeah, probably. Matt says he knows how I feel. Miss 2020 sometimes, but he doesn't want to fly it. Yeah, he's used to the better graphics in 2024 and cannot go back. I feel the same. Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah.
Although I have to say that the graphics are not that much better. There's some details that are better, like trees and possibly the clouds, grass, and the fauna actually, and of course I'm sorry, the flora and the fauna doesn't even exist in 2020. I think, right? There was no fauna.
No, there was.
Yes,
there
was.
Fauna.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I have a video of myself flying through a flock of flamingos in 2020.
That's AI generated. Admit it.
It's not. I'll upload it.
Nah, I believe you.
It's worth a look, though. I'll upload it after the flight tonight.
Oh, please do. Did you encounter alpacas so far, Noah? In 2024?
No, I was just thinking that when we landed and I saw whatever those animals were. I said, hey, maybe Peru, I'll see some alpacas.
Mm-hmm. I've seen not so many different animals, but actually I think I saw them yeah, Vinny, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, I think, when you were struggling to actually find any kind of animal.
Right, and then I just landed someplace randomly, and there was a deer laying in the grass next to the runway.
Yeah, and then it all exploded in your face.
And then I started seeing all kinds of things. Yeah.
I believe I've only seen a bear before this, but I haven't flown a lot yet. So
a bear is cool. What kind of bear was that?
I don't know. It was in Alaska. A big black.
A grizzly.
Then.
Grizzly.
I think it was a brown bear. Yeah, it was pretty big.
Or a black bear, maybe. But yeah, Alaska that's actually the correct country for a bear. It would be a bit weird to see a bear in Africa.
But you wouldn't expect to see a bear in Florida, would you?
Not really. I have
a video of a pair of bears sauntering down the sidewalk in front of my house. And if you knew the kind of residential area I live in, you would not believe it.
Are we talking about real life here?
Yes, we are. We're talking about
bears in Florida?
Black bears in Florida. Yes, we saw a pair of them walking down the sidewalk.
Okay.
Just,
they fell in love. They fell in love and thought they'd go for a stroll. in the neighborhood. I totally understand that.
It actually looked more like a mother and a younger one.
Okay.
That's another video I'll post.
Please do.
Hard drive. Yeah, I have that somewhere. Yeah, I was used to seeing bears when I lived in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. They were a common occurrence. I'd see one in my backyard every now and then. Have a picture of that too. But I didn't expect to see black bears down here in Florida. But sure enough, in a densely populated residential area, they were just walking down the sidewalk.
I mean, it's hot in Florida. These guys.
It gets hot.
These guys.
These guys. They were walking in the middle of the night when it was cooler.
Okay. Well, that was a good idea, probably.
Yeah, you have a feeling that's when they move.
That's during the days they're sleeping in your garage, and then in the
probably. Night. There's a refrigerator out there, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Would you be so nice to put in some beverages for them in your refrigerator, because these guys really need it.
Yeah.
Some.
What kind of beer do you think they like?
Something that tastes like salmon, probably. No, that would be grizzly bears.
Or honey.
Yeah, honey is a good idea. Yeah, some. I don't know what it's called in English, but there is a specific beverage. The guys from Sweden know what I'm talking about, and probably the Netherlands and Outfretter as well. There is it's called mead. That's the stuff that's made of honey which contains alcohol, some kind of honey wine. It tastes interesting, but it's gonna give you a headache. One that you're not gonna forget. Mead, exactly, yeah. Mats does know it. Mjöd in Swedish, exactly. They would probably like that very much, these bears. I just imagine, I have this image in my, this animation, this video in my head. Two drunk bears walking on the sidewalk and singing songs and, drunk from this mead stuff and spilling it everywhere. And it's, thank you so much for this, for this idea, Vinny. I appreciate it. Putting images in my head. You're 49 years old, Mats. Okay. You're even older than... Nah. It's... No. Every single person on this... how old are you, Noah? If I may ask.
I am 48.
Jesus Christ. Why the hell is every single person... I'm 47. I'm the youngest in here. 47, 48, 49, then a 70-year-old guy, then out... I don't know. It's weird. It's...
Yeah, you're just a youngster, huh? 47.
Yes, I am. Really.
He's the child.
I am the child. But I do enjoy being a child in this group. I can do all kinds of stupid stuff and nobody's going to be mad at me.
We're old farts. We need you to take care of us now.
Mm-hmm. Old farts.
So did any of you guys fly in real life?
When I was a lot younger. Yeah, you go ahead.
I used to.
I did when I was in my 20s, and then I had to stop. Only
I never have.
Only gliders.
I never have, but I run into real pilots in the sim all the time. They like to get hours in on the navigation systems and stuff to kind of solidify their understanding. And yeah, real pilots in the sim constantly.
Which is cool.
I've never flown any airliners in the sim. They must be pretty well modeled then.
They actually are. I used to fly them before 2020. I flew them regularly, but I haven't flown them since 2020. I've been mostly GA. I'll probably get in one eventually just to kind of remind myself what it's like to take off one of those beasts.
I think that some of the add-on planes that you can get are really well modeled. They are pretty realistic. And
they're study level, some of them.
Exactly. And I could imagine that it actually makes sense to go through some of the procedures that you need to be that you need to know about, that you have kind of, I don't know, muscle memory or something that you need to remember without thinking too much. It's easy to train in the simulator. You're missing all kinds of external factors like G-forces or the movement of the plane, but things like using the G1000 or any kind of navigation system, that's something that's pretty similar to real life, so it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, Garmin gets involved in the development of these aircraft, and these G1000s are pretty close to the real thing. The one in 2024 needs some work. It's got some real bugs in it just compared to 2020. So we'll see how they get around to that. Hopefully they clean it up. Right now you can't do some of the simplest things, like there's this OBS mode that I've been wanting to practice, and I have to go back to 2020 in order to do it. I can't even do it in 2024.
I think that's one of the reasons why the guys from SimWorks Studios that were creating the Kodiak 100, they have their own implementation of the G1000 because they were not satisfied with the GXNI version that you get from Microsoft or the Sobo.
The Nixie.
Yeah, they have their own version.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, it is. And I can see that when I'm using because the G1000 that you get inside inside the Islander here is the one that you get from that's the version that you get from a Sobo, and it's quite different in some aspects from the one that I'm using in the K100. So I would say that I haven't encountered any bugs, but I have by no means used most of the features yet. So, but it doesn't really matter. It's a simulator. As long as it's fun, that's fine by me. You're all faster than I am. For crying out loud, what I need to do? Maybe raise the flaps. That might be a good idea. Oh, dude, I really forgot to raise the flaps. No, it's accelerating.
I've never done that.
Using the flaps?
Left my flaps out. And I absolutely have. I've probably done it more than I've not done it. Probably.
I'm forgetting this all the time. That's the reason why you should be using checklists, but I'm just...
Right.
I have a check... I didn't compile a checklist yet for the Islander, so I'm going to excuse myself here.
Matt, it is not uncommon to forget stuff like that. I live near Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, and when it's nice weather, you take a look at landing aircraft, and sometimes 1, 2, 3 make a go around. It's nice to see how many of the crews forget to raise the landing gear after the go around.
Okay.
And only after a couple of minutes you see them raise their gear.
Okay. Well, we're all
Probably
just human.
Space, but yeah. What is a safe altitude here? It's higher terrain.
I think
I'm getting away with 2,000 so far.
I'm at 1,000.
That might not get you over this ridge.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, you don't have much to climb. Just another 1,000 feet will do it.
I'm catching up here. Now I'm close to 170 knots. This old little plane here.
You're going to go right by me.
No, not yet. 5 miles. Matt says he never tasted mead, and he's 49 years old. Not a common drink at all. Yeah, well, you can. It's still being advertised in Germany in the supermarkets. You can see them on the shelves, but it's not something that I tasted it once and then I thought interesting, but not something that I would like to drink all the time because it's very sweet. And it's going to give you a headache. I'm sure of it because there's so much sugar in it, and it's nice, but not something that I would prefer to drink. German Weissbier. Yes, it's nice. I'm living in the one city. In the city of Bayreuth has. I'm not sure about... No, that's not true. The one city that has the biggest company that is producing Weissbier, I think, is Munich with Paulaner Weissbier. I'm sure Noah has seen that while he was in Munich.
Yeah, I did. I think I saw it around.
Yeah, because that's the biggest company when it comes to that particular brand of beer. But there's also a company called Meisel's. And that one is also pretty common in Germany. And that's located in my city. And what I like about those guys is that they're doing all kinds of music festivals. They have in springtime they're gonna pay like old crying out loud. Old bands like Mike and the Mechanics, if you guys know them, you probably do. Mm-hmm. And they actually were they were playing at this festival here in Germany, and that was so awesome because I have been listening to these guys my entire life, and they were doing a show in Germany right here in my city, and that was awesome.
Yeah, when you get as old as me, you catch yourself saying this a lot. They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, that's true.
That goes for rock and roll too.
Absolutely. Unfortunately. I've been playing around with, which is something that's also unfortunate, is the fact that the AI the music that you can generate with AI becomes better all the time. And that's not cool at all, because you have all kinds of artists that are going to be struggling with that. And
I'm ashamed to admit that I went to the AI today to write me a program that I just didn't feel like writing, and I spec'd it in the prompt, and it wrote a perfect little program for me. And I'm feeling pretty useless now.
That's nothing to be ashamed of, really, as long as you know what you're doing and you're still going to take a look at what the AI really did. As long as you are still in control of the result, then it's okay.
Yeah, I had the wherewithal to spec it, to give it a proper prompt, so that it would make the right thing, and then I had the wherewithal to look at it when it was done and say, "Oh yeah, that's perfect."
Yeah, if you still know what you're doing or what the AI is doing, then it's not really a problem at all.
I'm not cheating.
No, you're not. I'm doing it as well.
Good.
But there are so many people out there. I see it all the time. People who have no idea about how to write software, and they're trying to use AI to create apps all the time, and the code is such a mess many of those times. And I have no idea how this is going to end, but it's probably not going to end well. So
it's not going to be pretty.
No, not at all. But it's basically the same. It's been like that for a long time, because in software development you have all these frameworks that take away a lot of work, and you need to rely on all kinds of libraries if you want to be efficient, and if you want to create software that doesn't cost as much, because nobody's going to pay you for creating a complex piece of software if you develop it from the ground up. So you have to rely on all kinds of frameworks and libraries and so on. And it becomes a problem of what do you call it? A supply chain management, basically. If you rely on libraries and frameworks that are not trustworthy, then you're basically lost in the same way if you're using AI. So
yeah, that's certainly true of the security issues that you keep
exactly.
hearing about. They just used the library for something that they didn't feel like writing, and sure enough, it had a hole in it.
Yeah, Mats is mentioning something else. He's kind of right about that. It's not necessarily cheating using AI, but it might be stealing at some point. Yeah, I do agree, partly because, I mean, obviously these models are being trained on existing software, so it is...
They got it from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, but on the other hand, I mean, I think that copyright on software is a difficult thing. Because I mean, there are so many different ways that you can approach a problem, and but there's only a limited amount of things that you can do with software. All these patent trolls that you get, is it called patent? Yeah,
I've heard it's said both ways, patent or patent.
Patent. These companies that are trying to make you pay for because you've infringed some kind of patent, then that's also silly. 4 minutes to go. I'm closing in. I'm gonna have to load up my gun here. It's gonna take a while, but I have the
Do I need to alert my tail gunner?
The 30 millimeters, the quadruple gun that used to be in the Messerschmitt 262. That was some
tail gunner. Man, the chain gun, please.
Some scary gun, 30 millimeters. There's this one guy, there's one other YouTuber who's called, what's his name? Growling Sidewinder. He's most of the time he's flying in DCS, and he's creating all kinds of weird scenarios. For example, he's flying an A-10, the Warthog in a scenario of World War II and what it can do. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's fun to see. He's coming up with all kinds of weird stuff. Oopsie. What'd I do?
Is MPEJ someplace we're gonna land?
Well, I was going to land just to wait for everybody to catch up, but we don't have to. We could do a touch and go. What do you say, Matt?
Let's do a touch and go and then continue on. Because I think everybody's pretty close here.
Pretty tight, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks, just looking at the radar map now, it does look like we have a nice little cluster going here.
It's
Okay,
awesome.
touch and go.
Touch and go it is.
Roger.
Or just a touch.
No go? Oh, that is the little airport here that we're supposed to be touching down. Yeah. Touch and go. I'm close. Yeah, Matt is close. He says touch and go is a good thing. Let's do that. I'm way too fast. 150. That's one of the things that I like about the Kodiak. You can reduce the speed fairly quickly.
Yeah, you can scrub speed easily in the Caravan as well.
Yeah, but this one here is maybe I'm gonna go back to the Kodiak. We'll see. The Kodiak is a nice plane, really, in so many different ways.
Have they said anything about having plans of updating it to 2024?
Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, I think I said that during the last flight, they're prioritizing another plane they've been working on the last couple of months. And unfortunately, the Kodiak has not been their first priority.
Who put the trees in front of the runway?
That would be Microsoft. They're called Microsoft trees.
I'm going to do a touch and go the other way, other direction, because I was too fast.
This is not a 45-meter runway.
This is a sidewalk, not really a runway.
That's more like it, yeah.
There's Outfretter. I'm not going to crash you. Don't worry. Fly. Oh dear. Oh, that's going to be close. Holy cow. There's Noah. I'm going to touch and go up again. There we go. Awesome.
Now this is a good Twitch stream.
Oh, absolutely. Complete chaos.
Who was that next to me?
We may never know.
No, let's see. There's Matt's. Everybody's still there. That's nice. Nobody hurt himself? No, it doesn't look like that. So what we are at, okay, I can see that. We're at this little airport, Miraflores. And the next one would be
SKLC.
Yeah, SKLC.
Kilo,
and that is
Lima
Colombia.
Charlie.
So we're going to cross into Colombia.
Yeah, I noticed that we changed from an MP to an SK, so
exactly.
we must be changing countries.
Yep. So, it's Sierra Kilo Lima Charlie. Sierra Kilo Lima.
Gonna need a little air on this one, 5,500 feet, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 5,500. Let's put that in here. What is the time? 22:16. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We might do another leg after that. We'll see. Goes. I didn't really pay attention a lot to the landscape. We're talking all the time, but there are so this particular, oh, I can see a river. That's really nice. Awesome. That's my highlight of the day. A river that is snaking itself here along below. Let's take a look outside. There you are. Very nice group. Lovely people here.
But you did retract your flaps?
I did. My flaps are up. I cannot raise my gear. This is a Islander, for crying out loud. There's one thing that I cannot possibly forget raising the gear in this plane. And neither can I forget it in the K100 that I'm usually flying, because that one has a fixed gear as well. That's convenient. I didn't even open it, Mats. He's asking whether I closed my window. I could open it. The thing with this plane here is I'm not going to crash when I open the hatch here, the window. If I open it in the K100, I'm going to immediately crash. The simulation is just considering me to have crashed. I don't know why. But I can open the window here. It's going to get quite a bit louder, noisy, but the plane's not going to fall from the sky. And it's quite tight in here. The Islander is a pretty small plane, considering the fact that it has 2 engines. It's tight.
This diamond feels big to me, but I think I'm used to the other one.
Diamond, the 62.
Yeah, I've never flown it before, and it's great. I've only been in, I guess, the 40 or the 20, is it? The small one?
Is that, are you flying the one, no, the one that has a diesel engine, the TDI? That's another model, I think.
I'm honestly not sure. It's a dual engine. I wouldn't know, though. Like, I'm still kind of learning about the sim. So.
Yeah, sure. But there's one, I thought it curious that there was a plane that has one of those turbo diesel engines that are usually that you can only find in cars. But one of those planes also has this weird turbo diesel engine, and it's quite efficient. It's got a long range and lots of torque, so kind of makes sense to me.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. It's like I have a truck with a turbo diesel, a big old F350.
Oh, you got the big one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to drive around some alpacas, it makes sense to have the big pickup.
It really does, and I'm at elevation. I'm at like 5,000 feet where I live too. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, the 350. That's a huge beast. It wouldn't make sense to drive anything like that in Germany because the roads are just too narrow. But it's an awesome beast.
it does get the job done. Yeah, dragging around that many animals. We have like 11 or 12 animals, so pull those many. Yeah, you just got to have a big old truck on a farm, pretty much. Otherwise, I'm not sure I'd really need it or want it.
Nah, but it's cool to drive. I was in the United States a couple of times, and every single time I was there, if I had enough time to actually rent a car, then I'd show something that was, because most of the time I've been on the West Coast in the area of San Francisco or somewhere on the West Coast, and then once a long time ago I got an advice from an uncle of mine who said, for crying out loud, if you go to the Bay Area of San Francisco, you need to have a car that is high enough so you can look above that if you're driving on all these bridges in the Bay Area, you need to be able to see above the the rails, because in the regular car you would not be able to see if you drive above if you drive around. You just can see more of the surroundings if you're using a car that's high enough. And I always would be renting, I don't know, like a Ford Explorer or something like that. Just a big enough car that I would be able to see better.
That's fun. Yeah, no, I mean the trucks around here for sure. Yeah, they're giant. Like you feel like you can see it and just run over stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not Ford Explorer, because that's the small one. The Expedition, that's the bigger one. And I had
so in Germany, I don't remember seeing a lot of big vehicles. Really, I guess there's just not many, huh?
Well, it depends on where you go, but it's become worse, really. I mean, we're talking about cars that are, most of the time in Germany, you don't really need them. Some SUVs, these kinds of cars that are heavy and consume a lot of fuel. I get it that you need, if you're in the countryside, you need big cars because you have to move around a lot of stuff. Most of the time, if you have a farm or something like that, it totally makes sense. But if you're in the city, and I see these hockey mums driving around with their SUVs that are like weighing 3 tons, and they're parking in front of the school, I would like to slap them and say, get a grip, because it doesn't not make sense to have a 5 meters long car in a city that has, where you cannot find a parking spot. And it is, in Germany, you should not drive big cars like that. It does not make any sense. But in the United States, and it's something entirely different if you're living on the countryside. So
you'd be surprised how many Americans just want to drive big trucks in the city.
I know. I absolutely. But I'm gonna shout at everybody who's driving a pickup in New York. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's nothing more American, right? It's so silly.
Absolutely. But fuel was cheaper, at least. I'm not sure about the fuel prices right now, but obviously it's too cheap, because otherwise people would think differently, probably. But it used to be a lot cheaper to drive a car in America than it used to be in Germany. It's probably still quite a bit cheaper.
Well, I've read that. Yeah, it's pretty expensive over there. So, yeah.
Yeah, even the European cars you can get quite a lot cheaper if you buy them in America. The prices are not going to be as high as in Europe. But that's
with the rail system over here, I bet it'd be a lot less drivers. But you guys just have the best rail system. Get wherever you want. At least it seems like.
No, not really. That's a misconception of it. No, not really. The rail system in Germany is completely broken. You always have, you're always late. You've got all kinds of of situations when your train gets stuck or you're gonna get stranded somewhere. It's not fun to go by train in Germany. Not anymore. It used to be a lot of years ago, but today it's most of the time it's a struggle. That's one of the fundamental problems, really. Otherwise, people would really like to use trains quite a lot more, I guess.
So a car is pretty much still preferred and required in a lot of cases. Sounds
Yeah,
like.
just look at the streets. I mean, if you were, did you rent a car in Germany or did you go by public transport?
We had a friend drive us around in his car the whole time. It was a small car.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you're driving around Germany, there are always traffic jams in almost everywhere you go. So
There was, absolutely. Yeah, Munich was crazy to drive around in.
Munich is some special part of hell, really, when it comes to driving.
Wow.
In the center, in the city center, there are a couple of roads that lead around Munich. It's called ring roads, basically. And these ring roads, there are different rings. There's the outer ring and the ring in the middle of Munich, and some inner some rings inside the city center itself, and they start to slow down traffic. So I don't know if you've been there a couple of months ago, you probably have not noticed yet. But last time I was in Munich, that was a couple of days ago. They basically slow down traffic to like 30 kilometers per hour. That's maybe, I don't know, 25 miles, something like that. And the reason for that presumably is that they want to reduce the amount of what is it called? The fumes that come out of a car. The
Smog.
Yeah,
The
smog.
carbon dioxide.
Yeah, the emissions basically that come out of a car, but it doesn't really help, because if you make all these people slower, you're gonna have more traffic jams, and you're gonna get the opposite effect basically. it's a difficult thing to get. To basically reduce the amount of traffic. If you don't have public transport that is working nicely, it's not going to happen that people change from cars to public transport. So
I posted the bears in the gallery.
Oh, let's see.
Feel free to put them in the stream if you want.
I
put it in the chat as well.
Bears in Dillon, Florida. Let's see. That's a YouTube link? Okay. At 5:30 in the morning. Oh, dude.
Just sauntering down the sidewalk.
They seem to be utterly relaxed. They were just, I mean,
They really do.
Maybe they found some good food and then decided to give it a go.
Have a walk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always reminded that it's really the bears' area, not mine.
Or any other kind of animal, even ants. It's the ants' area, not the humans.
Right. They allow us to be here.
Exactly. I also like the pictures from Old Faithful. It's pretty awesome what they did. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Absolutely.
Very detailed.
Yeah, but
and animated.
It's kind of expected, because this is one of the most iconic places in all of America.
Yeah, I
so
guess.
It would be rather weird if they would not replicate that in the sim.
But it would be nice if they did it in Iceland as well.
Yes,
I mean,
that
clearly
is true.
they have the technology.
They do, but it's not America, you know. It's not the Gulf of America.
Don't get me started.
Mm-hmm. Outfretter. What kind of plane are you flying today? 404 Titan passengers.
That would be me.
Yeah, I know, but what kind of plane is that? I haven't seen it yet. Does that belong to the default set? To the default?
I think
lineup?
it's in the premium or premium deluxe versions. Yeah.
I do have it, so I should be able to see it. I'm gonna close in if I can. I have to increase the throttle here so I can catch up.
I flew with it in the Orient Express tour.
You did? Okay. I didn't really recognize. The Orient Express. Yeah, that was a long time ago. At least it feels like that. I mean, it was only like 3 weeks ago or something. But that was... it was a short tour as well.
I think I need to climb again. Otherwise, I get a close-up of the trees.
Get rid of the co-pilot here. As lovely as this young lady is, she's blocking the view. I need to remove her. I'm not going to push her out of the plane, so I will be nice. Let's reduce the amount of... That's also one of the things that I really don't know how they possibly could have made it as bad as it is, but the electronic flight book is a nightmare as well. It's so utterly not intuitive.
Yeah, it feels like they just stuffed. It feels like they just stuffed a lot of functionality into it, not without much thought about how it should be laid out.
Exactly.
There's no logic to the layout of it.
Not at all. And half of it doesn't work as expected. If I want to put some passengers in there, there's this flight planner tool, and then you have the cargo section, and then you're supposed to put in some passengers here, and most of the time it just doesn't work. I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. It's silly. The weather is not too great right now. Lots of clouds. I cannot see a thing. I'm going to change the weather. We're here doing sightseeing as usual. Where is... I'm going to use few clouds. Now I can see Outfretter.
I'm going to stay on live weather, and I'll let you know if it clears up. I have a feeling the clouds are just piling up on this ridge here.
Okay. Is that snow? No, that's not snow. Some of these hills here, I mean,
that's cocaine.
Yeah, I hope not. That would be a little bit too cliche. The thought alone. Oh, Matt said, did you try the Scrapyard Monster plane from Flying Fries? It's made it and it's so cool and different. It has a car engine and a lot more. Scrapyard Monster plane from Flying Fries. Is that... Did your friend really actually... am I not getting a joke here, or is that something that I can really download somewhere? Gotta explain, please. Or maybe Vinny understands and I just don't know.
I heard my name taken in vain there, but I missed it because I was AFK.
Yeah, sure.
What was that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, he was, Mads was posting something on... You can download it for free or for a very small fee in the marketplace, okay? So it really exists as a downloadable add-on, okay? Scrapyard Monster plane from Flying Fries. I'm going to have to note that down. I'm going to take a look at it. Scrapyard Monster plane. So what kind of engine does it have? It's from a Volkswagen Beetle?
If you ever want to see any weird planes, just play the last Microsoft official group flight from the previous Friday, and you'll see everything from Scrapyard Monsters to ornithopters to hot air balloons.
Okay. So they did feature this,
flies,
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But not
they
on purpose.
They didn't feature it. I'm just saying...
People were flying this.
People will fly.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll fly everything in that plane.
Okay.
There are no limits.
A Cosworth engine for crying out loud. Yeah. Okay. A V12. Okay. Oh, dude. Atmospheric V12 engine, you mean naturally aspirated, the engine it's not turbocharged, but something that is sucking in air in a conventional way. Or is it something else?
Internal combustion engine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I think you're talking about a naturally aspirated engine. Yeah, but a V12 is something from Cosworth. Cosworth is well known in that regard. My dad used to have, when I was still very, very young, he used to have all kinds of cars, and one of them was a Ford Sierra Cosworth. That was a beast. That was something else. It was a mid-range, it was an everyday car, but it was so beefed up with an engine. I think it was a 4-cylinder engine, but turbocharged, and it was some weird thing, but it was utterly fast and terrifying at some point. And it did look cool. The Cosworth version of the Sierra was quite a nice car. Where are you flying, Vinny? Am I missing something here? No. You're just taking a different route. You're a little bit off.
Yeah, I'm not following the exact route from the last airport to the next one. I'm targeting a visual approach, initial approach fix. Street.
There's a massive airspace that we're going to enter pretty soon. Is that a military airspace? No, it's not. Antonio, blah, blah. Okay, a visual approach. That might be a good idea. Let's see. What kind of runway does make sense in the current weather situation?
15.
15?
1-5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see then.
I agree.
15
does make sense.
15 visual. No, not vectors. Go straight in. Yep. Let's take a look at the flight. We're supposed to be at 1,600 feet. Or descending to 1,600. What's my fuel say? Oh, I should... Nah, not yet. I have 8 gallons of fuel in each tank. Let's see how far... Another 120 miles. I should probably get some gas. I'm going to make a full stop and pretend to get some gas, and then we can take off again. I've got time today. Vinny, if everybody's good to go, another
absolutely
like 120 miles after that.
Absolutely.
I'm loving it.
I'm up for it.
You're loving it. That's awesome. But you guys in the United States, you have a little bit of an advantage here. First of all, you don't need to work. One of you guys has an alpaca farm. The alpacas are going to do the work for you, and the other one is retired and has so much money he doesn't know what to do with. So that means you can do whatever you want all day long. Awesome. Let's see.
This is a fun way to spend the day, I gotta say. Just kind of kicking back on the sim, you know?
Absolutely. It's late here in Germany. It's a quarter. It's 20. It's 10. It's 11. No, it's close to 11 p.m. But we can do a little bit more flying. I'm not the kind of guy who needs to get up early, fortunately.
That's awesome. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. It must be late there. So is it weekly that you guys are flying? Pretty regular?
Sometimes even bi-weekly. But yes, weekly most of the time, unless somebody... I mean, obviously I'm the one who's starting these flights, but as long as I am here and not on vacation or some other commitment that I have to follow, then we're doing these flights every week. Usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I can find a way to get another calendar's invite. Looks like you had one set up.
Yes, there is a calendar there is a on the flight sim. I don't know. How did you find out about this particular event here?
I think I saw it on the 2024 forums, maybe. I'm not sure. And
Yeah.
I think I added it to the calendar from there, something like that.
Probably. Yeah, there's the calendar, and you just go ahead and take a look at that. I'm able to adjust rather quickly. If I need to do something else on one evening, I'm going to postpone the event, and it's pretty up to date most of the time.
Can I ask something? Is everyone flying with live weather?
I did until a couple of minutes ago, because the sky was so cloudy that I didn't see anything. Right now, I'm not. But
I'm getting a lot of rain at the moment, and I'm just curious: does everyone have rain?
I think I did. I did. It was zero visibility. It got to be after a while there, and I did what Matt did. I turned the weather off. You might want to do the same.
Okay.
Matt, Matt's. You are using. Do you have the weather set in clear skies, or are you using live weather and have clear skies?
I'm just curious if it's coordinated as well over multiplayer. If we all have the same weather, if you choose live weather.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's usually very similar, indistinguishable.
Exactly.
Okay.
And by the way, Matt, I put some more bears in the gallery.
Oh, let's see. Let's take a look.
These are from the Poconos.
Oh dear. These guys really, they are relaxed. He doesn't look at all threatening or distressed in any way. He just...
Oh, they're very chill. They have no competition.
Yeah, they're at the top of the food chain, really.
Exactly. We're not even at the top of that food chain unless we have a gun.
No, don't shoot bears.
Well, people do, but I never have.
No, that's all. That's a good thing. You're not supposed to shoot bears. You're not. We humans are not at the top of the food chain. We should be eaten by the bears, really.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
How it should be.
So, Mats, did you or some member of your family ever run your car into an elk? It was close at some point when I was driving through Sweden. I had my encounters with elks, but unfortunately I never had an accident. But these guys, sometimes they simply stand on the middle of the road, and they're also chilled like the bears in the channel here. They just stand there. And elks are huge. I mean, these are massive animals. And you don't want to crash into them because your car is going to be... your car is going to be... is going to be gone. And you as well will be quite damaged, I guess. Elks are huge.
I was surprised by the behavior of sandhill cranes. They're quite common in this area that I live now in Florida, and their behavior surprised me. They are completely oblivious to humans. You could be sitting in a chair in your yard, and they would just walk by you inches away from you. They wouldn't give you the time of day. They don't look at you. You could be talking, making noise. They don't care. They just go where they're going, and you can be there. They don't mind.
Okay. That's cool. Pretty chill.
They get quite big, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very big bird.
Okay. Yeah, as long as they don't have any bad experiences, as long as they don't encounter a human who's gonna, I don't know, torture them in any way or injure them, then as long as they don't have any kind of experience that makes them run away, so why should they be afraid?
They're not.
Exactly.
I haven't run across one yet that cared one way or the other that I was there.
Oh, there's the airport. I can see it. Outfretter, you're the first one. Did you land there or did you cheat?
Not yet. I'm
Not
number
yet.
2 behind Control Freak.
Okay. Number 2. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm on short final.
I'm going to squeeze myself in here. No, I'm not. You're ahead of me. Way ahead.
Is this going to be a stop or touch and go?
I'm going to stop for to pretend to pick up some fuel, but after that we can go on. Just a very short full stop.
Okay.
I was told that nobody actually does just stop on a run on an airport to pick up fuel, but I do. I take
in
this
2020 you could pull up to the fuel box, and if you stopped right in front of it, it would fill you up.
Yeah, I know.
It would bring the screen up, and you could fill up like that. That doesn't work that way in 24.
No, that's unfortunate, because it did have its charm. That you had to go to. I'm not sure if you actually had to go, but the fact that the menu would pop up so you could fill up your fuel, that was awesome. Now you've got this silly electronic flight book nobody really wants. One of the things that I really cherish about the Islander is it is utterly stable. You don't really have to make a lot of corrections. This thing is not going to be bothered by little turbulences, or I'm not sure why it is like that. I once flew with an Islander. There are a couple of islands in the north of Germany. I think that Outfretter might know them because they're pretty close to the border of the Netherlands. You might actually know the term Ostfriesische Inseln.
Yeah.
And they have they're flying there's an airline which is called I don't really know what it's called, but they're based in Noorddeich, if you know that city. And no, it's called Norden, not Noorddeich, Norden. And they are flying the Islander too. So I once had the opportunity to fly in one of those things, and it's very small actually. And I'm not sure if they really if the representation in the sim is realistic or not, but it's fun anyway, and it's very stable and nice to fly. But on that day when I wanted to go to the island of Juist, if you know that, and flying from this city of Norden, and the weather was really bad, and they had to postpone the flight a couple of hours. They needed to get my phone number so they would call me once they had an opportunity to fly to the island. And it was a very bumpy ride. It was for my wife it was frightening. For me it was exciting. But that's she didn't really know whether it was safe or not. I told her, but she wouldn't listen. So let's go around and try to find some spot where I can pretend to pick up some fuel. Is there a fuel station somewhere? Does anybody see
look
something?
Around.
Oh, please
Yes,
do.
I think there is. Yeah, there is. Right back here by the threshold where you landed.
Okay.
There's a fuel box right off the taxiway between the runway and the parking area. Just goes straight in from the
I can see
runway.
it. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's a fuel truck. I could possibly, take him hostage and say, fill up my plane.
There you go. Another option.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can refuel via the EFB, eh?
I do know. That's not the point.
Okay, sorry.
I want to pretend that I'm fueling up realistically. I know, yeah, it's just some silly idea of me having fun. Let's stop here, and there's a truck which has a sign on the back which says flammable. That looks like fuel. So where's my flight? Electronic flight book. There we go. Let's fuel up. Somebody's using an ATR here, but that's he's driving right through the terminal here. That must be an AI plane. So let's refuel to 50%. There we go. Matt says he's got to leave. He's going to see us another day. I'm glad you joined, Matt. Take care. Have a nice evening, and we'll see you soon. Take care. So, okay, I'm ready to go. We can see you next time. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going downstairs for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Should I bring a beer for anyone else?
Please do. What kind of beer is it? It depends on the brand.
It's alcohol-free beer.
Okay, I'll take one.
Sorry.
No big deal. I don't need
Hard
to drink
pass.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Good. That's a sensible answer.
What the heck? This ATR is standing right beside me. What's happening here?
He's taken a liking to you, apparently.
Yeah, I prefer planes that are my size, not this. This is kind of excessive here. What's happening? Go away. An ATR 43. I have 2 engines as well. He's bigger, I'll admit it, but mine is more beautiful. Where's Noah? Are you somewhere? Can't see it. Oh, there you are. So how do you like the, what's it called, the DA62? He's probably...
Hey, sorry, I'm back.
No
the
problem.
Diamond, I love this plane. Yeah, it's the first time I've flown it. It's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking plane, I'll give you that.
It's got an extraordinary design. Yeah, it really does. It looks pretty organic.
Yeah, it's all smooth. Yeah, very, there's no sharp edges or anything in here. Pretty nice.
It looks like something that there's a, I don't know if you guys know that him or have heard of him. There's a designer in Europe whose name is Luigi Colani. He's from Italy, and he's designed all kinds of things from computer mice to cars to, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. And he's and the plane, the shape of that plane would be something that Mr. Colani would have designed, because he was all about fluidity in design and making things aerodynamic and stuff like that. So the DA looks pretty. It doesn't only look beautiful, but it also looks quite efficient because of low drag and stuff like that.
Yeah, I imagine it is. It's definitely easy to fly, and just it's not overwhelming in the cockpit at all. It's pretty good. I want to try it in VR. I was just thinking about throwing my VR headset on, checking it out.
Yeah, I'm still struggling with VR. I had a couple of days I took home from work just because I was curious if I could stand it today, or currently. I'm struggling with VR sickness, basically. If I put on a headset, and I would have to get used to it, but on the other hand, there are so many downsides to using VR. I'm not sure how you deal with it, but the interfaces are not really yet very well working within VR. If you want to use external applications.
It's not ideal at all. I agree. In fact, I usually don't fly in VR at all. It just seems like so much easier without it.
But the immersion is cool. I mean, if I can only do it a couple of minutes before I have to put it down. But the three-dimensionality is actually quite cool.
I imagine they'll improve on that one day. But yeah, you're not the only one, and I'll actually get sick after a while too. So I can handle it for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's
okay.
Hello there. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
If
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I see Control Freak moving.
Okay.
So
let's go. Yeah, the thing is that I think it gets better over time. I mean, there's a discrepancy between what your eyes see and what your body feels, so that is the problem. But if you're using VR for a while, you might even get used to it. But I mean, I'm flying so much, I just don't want to get sick. So, and it's good enough for me with using a display regular.
Yeah, I think the track IR helps a lot. It gives you
a
significant percentage of the VR experience without any of the headaches.
That's true. Absolutely.
I should really look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, track IR. It's probably. I'm not sure about there's something else that's called Tobii Eye Tracker, but I haven't had a chance to try that out, and I think it might be. It might work differently than the track IR. But
well, it does both. It tracks the head and the eyes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like it better. I think the track IR has its points as well, though. One thing would be that it's a lot cheaper.
That's true. It is. It's only $150, something like that.
Yeah, and you're getting basically the same functionality, so it seems like a no-brainer to me. I'm thinking about getting one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can say that
there is a difference.
Go ahead.
There's a difference between the Tobii and the track IR in that the track IR is 6 degrees of freedom. You can look around things, and the Tobii is just 3 degrees. You can look left, right, up, down, but not. It's just a little bit less freedom.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You can look up, down, and sideways, but you cannot basically shift your view left and right. Is that it?
You cannot move sideways. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're taking off.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry. We are taking off. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, yeah, the last leg for today. The destination will be Sierra Kilo Uniform India. Sierra Kilo Uniform India. Flight plan delete. Sierra Kilo uniform. And India. Let's take a look at. We shouldn't. We would. There's nothing in the way. There are no really. There are no mountains in the way, so we can remain at a rather low altitude.
Little map seems to think we're going to need 4,000.
Okay. Well, then let's go to 4,000. That's good. Fine by me. Oh, man. 4,000. I need to turn the buck more slowly. There we go. Activate nav. Let's take a look at a little nav map here. Yeah. Is there something interesting along the way? Oh, well, just the mountain range, really. And a couple of nice... a nice river, which is called... what's it called? Sometimes little nav map is struggling with loading the map in an appropriate resolution because I think I'm using Open Topo Map. Let's take a look because then you can see the elevation more easily. View, where is it? The theme is, yeah, I'm using Open Topo Map. Sometimes it's struggling with loading up the map quickly. There's a city called Chigorodo. Let's see, is there a city down there? Yes, there is. Quite crowded. Lots of small buildings. I think the sim is actually struggling with trying to load all the textures that would be necessary. I don't know if you guys can see the city here, but the Chigorodo, but it looks like it's missing textures, at least when I take a look at it.
I see a lot of green roofs, but I think the textures are all there.
Okay. What kind of internet connection do you guys have? Gigabit?
I'm actually getting 2 gig symmetric.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Soon.
Symmetric?
I don't have it yet. It's coming. Fiber was just laid yesterday, and by the fall, I believe we will be hooked up. On August 4th, I can make the call to schedule my appointment when they'll come in and change out my regular, coaxial cable style 800 meg system for the new 2 gigabyte symmetric. Yeah, should be interesting to see how that affects the sim.
Well, fiber is going to make a difference as well, because I mean the old coax. I think it's a shared medium, right? If you're using cable, which means if everybody in the neighborhood is using the internet as well, then your rates go down.
Yes, your neighbor can eat your bandwidth. That's true.
Exactly. But with fiber, that might not necessarily be the case anymore.
Yeah, I look forward to it to see what.
But 2 gigs, that's excessive and it's unfair and symmetric even. That is so
up and down. Yeah,
not right.
I was happy to hear about it.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. I would brag about it all day. I wouldn't do anything else than just brag. Yeah, I'm even struggling to get fiber at all in the neighborhood here, because there's just one company in Germany which is really putting some effort at least into it, and they're only looking at areas where they can make a lot of money. So and in the neighborhood here, they're only houses, not big buildings with lots of apartments in it. So they're not getting a whole lot of money, and they need to dig up and put down the cables to the houses, so fiber to the home basically, and then they're not getting anything done here. This is frustrating.
Yeah, it's been quite an operation. They've been laying fiber in this residential community that I live in for months now. Thousands of houses are getting hooked up, and they just yesterday the guy was out there with the little spade that he used to kind of he drove it into the ground and wiggled it back and forth to make the little trench to run the orange conduit that has the fiber cable in it.
So unfair. But what do you call it? Let me look up the word. Still, there we go. This is not right. The translations are silly. I would say it's something that you deserve. You're a nice guy, so you can get all the cable, all the bandwidth you want. So that's good. Fine by me. Let's see.
Yeah, it was one of the first things that I heard about when I moved here not that long ago, is that we were going to be getting fiber, and I thought, ooh, goody.
Yeah. Probably you're going to struggle with the fact that most of the internet does not really, I mean, there are so many servers out there who cannot even serve.
They won't be able to keep up with me.
Exactly. They cannot even serve the 2 gigabits that you have.
Of course not.
No. But, and Microsoft especially won't be able to serve this much bandwidth to a single user. I mean,
their servers.
No, not ever going to happen.
They're notorious.
But still,
future-proof at least.
It's better to have than to not have. So,
agreed.
There's this interesting square of wood down there. Sometimes, actually a couple of squares here. Or at least rectangles containing trees. That doesn't look too natural to me.
Yeah, I actually see exactly what you're talking about over there. I was looking at the Google map, and it looks like there's some suspiciously volcanic-looking terrain coming up.
Okay. Nice. I cannot see.
This
in the mountain range, or?
Yeah, that ridge there I think, is about where I saw it on Google Maps. This river, this snaky little river coming up here, looks pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a look at Google Maps. Yeah, it's actually nice to have a look at a different map, because usually Google is a little bit more up to date when it comes to, or a little bit more precise when it comes to the satellite imagery.
Yeah, all the maps that are associated with the sim and even the add-ons like Little Nav Map, they're all aviation oriented, and they don't really do the terrain justice the way Google Maps does.
That's true. Good enough, really, but not perfect.
Yeah, we need what those maps give us, but
Yeah.
it's also nice to know what it really looks like. That way you can look for things like Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Or something like how many Walmarts are in the United States, or golf courses. Yeah, that looks like volcanic, like volcanoes here, volcanic mountains, because they're round and have a nice peak, and they look like volcanoes.
If you take the
actually,
the valley approach to the island of Maui in Hawaii, the main airport on Maui, you will see a point of interest demarking a Walmart.
Okay.
Not even kidding.
Okay. Why the hell? Is that a special Walmart? I mean, you've been on Hawaii. You've been living there. So.
I've been to that Walmart. There is nothing special about
Okay.
it. How it rates a POI, and I can only assume they gave a bunch of money to Microsoft to give them a
funny.
point of interest in the sim.
It's entertaining, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Made me laugh.
Mm-hmm. I had a feeling that most of when I was doing this, the Flight of Passage tour, and I was looking at all these little cities especially in the Midwestern part of the United States. You fly along these the highways and interstates, and then you can see all kinds of little villages, and most of the Walmarts, literally, if you look at it from the sky, they all look the same, really. On Google Maps, you could see these buildings, the Walmart buildings. I guess if they have been built from scratch and not put in some existing building, then they look all the same. It's funny, actually. It might be an error or some misperception, but I had the feeling they all look the same. I need to click things in this plane. I haven't clicked all the things that are clickable here. There is oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should not be clicking this. This is the rudder trim. That's a curious position for a rudder trim. And the ceiling up ahead.
Well, at least you've got one.
Yes, I do.
It's more than I could say. Yeah, I don't have a rudder trim.
What? You do?
There's no rudder trim in the 208.
Yes, there is. I am pretty
There's
sure.
rudder control, but I don't know of a trim.
I think so.
There's pitch trim, and there's...
I think there is a wheel in the console in the middle somewhere. I could be wrong, but I think that it would be unthinkable to not have a rudder trim in a plane like this. But I might be wrong, because I haven't been flying the 208.
No,
But,
I must be having a senior moment. There is a rudder trim here.
Okay, good.
I think the problem was that I couldn't find the control in the control setup in the settings.
Okay.
I have no way to control it other than to grab it with my mouse and pull on it, which is not really going to work in general.
No, not really. But yeah, I think that. So it is a wheel in the console, right? In the middle somewhere.
Yeah, right,
Okay.
right on the front of the console. It's a lateral wheel. On the left side is a 90 degrees to that other one is a pitch wheel.
Okay. Yeah, but I think this is a curious position up here for the rudder trim.
I remembered looking for something to do with the rudder trim and not finding it. I thought that I remembered it as not having rudder trim, but it certainly does. It just doesn't have a way to control it easily.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to assign it to a axis or even a pair of buttons.
Doesn't work? Okay. Weird.
I'll revisit it maybe, but I don't remember finding one.
Okay.
Maybe they what?
So what else is clickable here? Let's see, there's a handle.
Are you clicking random things again, Max?
Yes, I do. I really love to do that. Unfortunately, the Kodiak had more things that I could click. This one doesn't have so many. I could click away.
This
do you
could
remember?
be a good thing. Oh, yeah. I
Do you-
remember.
Okay, you do. Okay. So for everybody else, Noah, for you, I think Outfretter might have recognized this, but Noah, there's an add-on plane, which is called it's a Kodiak 100. You probably have heard. You might have heard of that.
Okay. No.
No, it's a bush plane. Basically, it's pretty much this. It's pretty similar to the Grand Caravan with a.
Okay.
It's a little bit more suited for short takeoff and landing, but it's basically the same plane, but with a little bit with a different focus. So, but in the version that I am flying, the add-on plane that I'm flying, you can click on a fire extinguisher to get rid of the co-pilot. I don't know how whoever got that idea, but there's.
And if you didn't click on everything in sight, you would never know that.
Yeah, it's something.
That's
so
funny.
I understand.
Totally
why you do
random.
it.
Yeah, I love to click things. There's always some kind of Easter egg, but
That's
not in
fair.
this
Yeah,
plane here.
Me too. I'm over here trying to learn like the Garmin and just hitting buttons, and usually that's how I learn. Like on this flight, I've learned about. I'm trying to figure out. I've got the vertical speed up and down figured out. I've got the GPS and navigation, I think, and altitude hold, and that's about where I am so far. But I think I'll have to go and dive into YouTube a little bit too.
Yeah, there's a couple of really good YouTubers that cover the G1000 and other avionics and other planes, in fact. And there's a couple of them. You'll learn who the good ones are pretty quickly, and you just watch the videos that deal with the thing you're interested in at the moment, and you'll learn quick.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited about all these new planes I'm learning in the sim since I just set it up. That the Garmin is like the one thing I'm seeing in all of them or most of them. So that's what I really want to learn. So at least I can, not have to fly the whole time and set autopilots and try and learn more about what all these buttons are in here. I don't know what most of them do. So.
But half of the fun is actually exploring and making mistakes. I've never, other than looking at some of the videos. There's a guy called Ryan Farron. His channel is called Missionary Bush Pilot, and I was looking at his channel because he's doing really nice videos about his bush flying over Papua New Guinea, and he was.
I watch him too. Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, so you've seen him already? Cool.
Okay. So he's also explaining some of the things that he's actually the reason why I bought the Kodiak 100, and he's flying that particular plane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The plane that he's.
Oh, that's the plane he's landing. The STOL.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So it is really fun to fly, and he's basically the reason why the way I bought the plane in the first place, and all the things that I learned about the Garmin system mostly come from his videos, because I was watching many of those videos, and he's explaining some of the stuff that he's doing while flying. That's one of the reasons why I like his videos. He's kind of instructional some of the time. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for that. I will go back through his videos and find his Garmin stuff then, because I haven't really started that journey yet, but I think I need to now.
If you just search for Garmin G1000, you'll find Hudson, Kip on the Ground. There's a half a dozen of really good YouTubers that get right into the nitty gritty, and they do it in a way that makes it very tractable. You can learn how to do a specific thing. One of the things that ticked me off about the 2024 sim, I see Ryan, the missionary bush pilot, using this OBS mode all the time when he's landing, and I wanted to practice that, and I can't do it in 2024 because the darn Garmin isn't working right in it. You have to go back to 2020 to get a working version of the Garmin that does that.
Yeah. Well, most of the time, I think he's using OBS just to have an idea where
the runway is.
Exactly, where the runway is pointing to. So
right,
he knows the direction.
It orients you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about situational awareness when you're flying like that.
But he's using basically every single tool that he's available, and he's doing an excellent job, I guess. His safety, his idea about aviation safety is very profound.
I agree with that 100%. Yep. He knows what's important, and he lets you know what it is.
And it's obvious that he likes to survive his flights. So.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not doing it because he's some kind of crazy pilot. He's doing good works, and and he wants to do it as safely as possible.
So where are we right now? Let's take a look at the map. About halfway through the leg. We can start to prepare for the landing, really. Banco Carano. What is the preferred runway? All runways are good for landing and takeoff. I think I would like to land at 1-3. No.
1-3. Oh,
no, 31. It doesn't really matter. But
1-3 seemed like it was more straight in, and they only have 2 knots of wind there.
Yeah, the 31 is an ILS approach. I think I would like to do an ILS approach for.
All right.
For the
I
final.
can change my setup.
It's not
really
necessary.
I can see it will never map that 1-3.
Go ahead.
Runway 1-3 approach over the city, so I can imagine that a 1-3-1 as preferential runway.
3-1 because you're not going to fly over the city. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. See you like
Then again, it is South America, so they probably don't care.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have so much traffic down there. So which one is the Y approach? Let's see, Cat 1, blah, blah, blah. We're going to take that one. Vector is SKUI. Initial approach fix, which one is that? Where's SKUI? And what's the other one? That is Pabux. Isbub. There it is. Yeah, I'm going to use that one.
So 3-1 it is?
Yes, 3-1 it is, and ILS Y31 with via Esbub, whatever you call it. Activate. Yes, please, go ahead. Oh, it's still 66 miles. Still a way to go. We're supposed to be at 6,000 feet at Esbub. So I'm going to climb a little here.
You could play a little fast and loose with that. If the next waypoint is 4,000 or something like that, you can go in that way.
Mm-hmm. I could. I'm going to go to 6,000 anyway.
Alrighty then.
Why do I have low volts? That doesn't make sense. I think there are still some bugs in this plane. Let's turn off the fuel pumps. Maybe that's the reason. No. I'm getting this low volt warning all the time, despite the fact I don't really have low volts. I don't know. Might be a bug. I could turn off the avionics. It's probably not the best idea, but I could if I wanted. There's a button that is called inoperable. I like to click it. Doesn't do anything. I wonder why.
You could the next button over that says battery, and then you can switch it to the left to port generator, and to the right next the starboard generator.
The starboard generator. Okay, let's see.
And then see if you have an ammeter somewhere to see what it does.
Yep, it does increase quite a lot. We're at 24 maybe, and 27 here, volts and amps. We've got more amps than before. That's true.
Yeah, what you saw just now was your battery, and I think that's charging or discharging, I don't know.
Yeah, I have 0 amps. On battery, I have 0 amps. And
I was going to say, are you sure? I assume your battery and your alternator generator are all on, right?
Obviously, yes, they are on.
Okay.
I turned them on, but yeah, go ahead.
The question is circuit breakers. There are circuit breakers on that plane that are associated with the alternator.
They are not pulled. All of them are. There's no.
None of them are toggled.
No. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I still get the low volt warning, despite the fact that we have, I think, good enough volts. I don't know, but we should have enough juice here. It doesn't really matter. But it's interesting.
So the breakers for the generator and the alternator aren't tripped.
Nope, they're not. All of them are. Let's take a look. Instruments, lights, fuel contents, blah blah blah. Generator output. I'm gonna pull them. It doesn't. Yeah, the amps are gone, so I'm gonna put them back in. The amps are back. Okay. So the you know what I mean. They're still there. It's good. The juice is coming in. Oh, the warning is gone. Okay. So the battery might have been... Does the warning concern the battery itself? Probably, huh?
That was one of the things that it said to check.
Okay.
There's like a checklist.
Yeah, so the warning's gone, which means that I should then probably go ahead and turn... make sure that the generator is activated here. Or active. The actual, that's the source of energy, not the battery. Okay. Good to know. I am at 6,000. And Esb is still 50 miles away. Where is everybody? Let's take a look outside. There's Noah. I can see him. Everybody else is gone. Oh no, there you are. Outfretter is over there. And you're with Outfretter. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. Yeah, you're there, all of you.
I see 4 planes total, counting myself.
Yeah, I could possibly just take a look at the radar. That's good enough.
That's what I did.
Mm-hmm. You're a lazy old man.
Well, that's what happens when you get old, you know? You get lazy.
Yep. Not necessarily. But you are. There are some people out there in the wilderness who have, I'm not sure what it's called. There's a certain organ in our, it's located in the neck here somewhere, and if it produces too many hormones, people are getting itchy all in there. They're gonna move around and it just can't sit still. I have someone like that in my family. that guy he's I think 73, and he can just not sit still. This guy is so full of energy. It's a wonder of nature, really. I don't know where he gets all that energy, but it's not something that I see myself being at 73.
Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite of me.
Same here. There's snow or cocaine. It's probably the same, basically. Isn't it called the same even? Cocaine is being called snow?
Yeah, that's one of the euphemisms for it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me how I know this.
I'm not going to ask. But I'm curious. How do you know this?
Misspent youth.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Florida, right?
Uh-huh.
That might be a reason. I used to live in Jacksonville, actually, when I was pretty young, but I like Florida.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty used to it. It's not that different from where I was before I moved here. I was in Hawaii for 18 years.
Ooh, that's awesome. I love it. Were you in the Big Island or Maui?
Yep. Big Island, yep.
Right on, man. That's awesome. I went there one time and it was great. It was like stayed up in this cool place on the mountain and little Airbnb. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, we were up in a little town called Waikoloa, north of Kona.
Okay, yeah, we were right outside of Kona, so that's neat. What made you leave? You just got tired of the scene?
No, I never would have got tired of it, but I'm getting to an age where I need to be around family, and most of the family is here in Florida.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to brag about the. I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. About the knowledge that I have with Hey.
Oh,
I forgot it.
from Moana.
Yeah, that's what you told me. The thing. Yeah, exactly. Moana.
It turns out that hey means chicken in Maori, but the languages are very similar in Hawaiian. And
it doesn't matter. Something from Hawaii doesn't matter. It's just the fact that hey means chicken somewhere on the planet. It's good enough for me. Yeah, I can just brag about it.
Matt, what heading are you flying?
If I only knew. Let's take a look. 175. I'm doing the ILS approach via Esbub. It's a bit north of the. It's a bit to the northeast of the airport.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to the east, actually.
My magnetic compass says I'm flying heading 192. My HSI says I'm flying heading 220.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one do you trust?
The magnetic one.
I would say that.
Yeah, I always trust the magnetic one.
You cannot cheat physics. Well, you could, of course, but you're not going to do that in a plane. On the other hand, if the magnetic fields of Earth are shifting, then you're screwed.
And they are, constantly.
Yes, they are. But the question is how...
Sometimes they shift so much that they have to change the number on the runway.
Yeah, that's true. But there's a movie which is called what's it called? Core. The Core. I'm not sure if it's the same title in English. In Europe, it was The Core, and it is a scenario where the Earth's core is starting to slow down and finally stops rotating, and then the magnetic fields of Earth are completely garbled up. So birds are falling from it's completely unrealistic. Birds are falling from the sky, and planes are crashing instantly into the ground in huge fireballs and all that. So, but the idea behind it is very nice. I would like to see planes flying in an entirely different direction. That would be interesting. When I was younger, I liked to experiment. I hope my son won't do this, but I don't know. I was like 8 years old, and I thought it would be an awesome idea to try to make a train derail. I thought it would be the awesomest experiment on the planet, the most awesome experiment, to put something onto the rails of a train.
A
track, exactly. That was not far from our house when I was young, and we kids would go there and always watch these trains go by, and then someday I decided that I wanted to see train.
What would happen if?
Exactly that kind of stuff, and then I put a concrete piece onto the. And I thought it would be interesting to see what happens. The train basically put it, just cut it in half. It was nothing really happened, other than the piece of concrete that I put onto the track that would just go boom, and it was just it went into a million pieces. But somebody in the neighborhood saw me doing this, and they called the police. There's a special police for railroads. They're called the Bahnpolizei, and these guys would pick me up and bring me home and ask me what the hell I was thinking. And I saw that. I just told them that I told them the truth and said that I wanted to see a train derail, and
now I know.
No, I know that it doesn't work like that. And these and they would bring me home. My father would look at me like he was about to just strangle me. And
he was not amused.
He was not amused, not at all. But I think that in all honesty, he couldn't do that in front of everybody else. But I think he was secretly laughing about all of this, because I think he was like-minded in that regard. He would do all kinds of stupid experiments. So I hope my son doesn't get himself into trouble like this, but he probably will. So at some point.
He's got your genes. It's inevitable.
Yeah, most probably, yes. So it's all right to. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your plane. I'm gonna put a big magnet. Outfretter. I'm gonna put a big magnet somewhere on your plane, and then you're gonna fly into a different direction. I'm gonna make sure that.
You can try. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'm still on the live weather, so I can't fly an ILS with this HSI, and I can't fly a visual approach. And
I would say, at least you could do me the favor, try to imagine that I did it. You have a bit of imagination. You could just go ahead and think, oh, Matt put a big magnet onto my plane, so please.
So now I'm going north, and all my instruments say I'm going south.
Thank you so much.
I'm confused.
You're flying in the wrong direction here.
Mm-hmm.
Outfretter. You just go ahead and follow Vinny.
Your magnet is working.
I have the electronic flight bag open, and
that's cheating.
That's more or less what I'm using to navigate at the moment.
Mm-hmm. That's weird that these magnets are not in sync. What the heck? I mean, it's just a program. It's just software. They should. I don't know. It's a bug. What kind? Yeah, you were flying the Titan, the 404. That's the Cessna, right?
Yeah,
that's right. The 404. Okay. It's an Asobo plane. It's got to be bugged. Yeah, unfortunately, it is actually, there are quite a lot of planes that belong to the default set which have lots of bugs or are not working properly or have all kinds of features missing, which is a shame, really.
I can go to the settings and switch off gyro drift. I think it should be okay then, but
okay,
that feels like cheating.
Yes, it is. So, let's see, only 10 miles to go until the waypoint Espub.
Is that the initial approach fix?
Yes.
IAF?
that it is.
Just turning final now.
Mm-hmm.
So am I.
Turning my landing lights on for extra credit.
Approach works. No, not yet. I have to lose some altitude. Let's go to 4,000. Motby. Next waypoint is Motby. They have so cute. So many curious names for these waypoints. Esbub Motbi. Who comes up with these names? That some random. Are they being creative here? Or is that just some random assembly of letters?
Well, for waypoints not being navigation aids, they are 5-letter words. And sometimes they're just gibberish, and sometimes they are reference to some local place name.
Okay. I see. There are quite a lot of gibberish words out there.
They're usually in some manner pronounceable. So you can just kind of say a gibberish word to the ATC and they'll know what you meant.
Okay, so I am following the glide path here. It seems to be working. It's nice. You guys are already on the ground, all of you, even Noah.
I barely survived that landing.
What did that? What happened?
I don't know what that looked like from the outside, but man, I can't. I think it's the landing speed I can't get used to. I think this thing wants to land at like 75 or 80, right? And I'm used to the Cessna, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, it folded right over when I hit the ground, hit the brakes. It wanted to pop forward on me. Maybe it's because I'm in VR though. I don't know. I should try this before one time before. But that's all right. It was still fun.
That's good. Flight simming is about fun.
And you can jump out and walk around, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of us have already done that. Usually there's a door handle to your left, and you can pop the door open, and you'll be out walking around. You get a couple of buttons that allow you to see yourself in third person, and you can crouch and run. And we're all standing here watching Matt come in. No pressure.
Dude, I'm used to pressure like this. You're doing this all the time. I'm as relaxed as can be. And this plane is flying by itself. I'm not really. I don't really need to do a whole lot. So, what could possibly go wrong?
Why are you flying over the top of the green boxes?
Don't ask me. This thing is not... I have no idea. This thing is not really following the glide slope right now.
Are you on autopilot still?
Yes.
Yeah, you see that little green ball
as you
at
can
the bottom
see right
of the
here,
left side of you?
And it's the localizer. It's following the localizer, and it should be doing this correctly, but it doesn't. So I'm going to use
the green ball on the left side of your altimeter there. It's all the way at the bottom. That means you're high.
Yeah, I know, but the question is why?
If you look outside, you see you're way high.
I know, but why?
Why did you buy this plane?
That is a good question. Next
now
one.
You're low. You just set the ball all the way to the top now.
I'm going to turn around and do a proper approach here. This is not working.
Oh?
No, I'm not that kind of pilot. I learned my lesson.
Going around.
Mm-hmm. One extra circuit won't kill me, hopefully.
We can hope.
Turning final. Runway, which one is it? 31.
Yeah, 31.
31 is a good number.
Yeah, it actually turns out to be the right runway too, because I'm looking at the windsock and it looks like it prefers 31.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There are a couple of trees in the way. They're getting sloppy here in, what is this country called? This backwater. Colombia? Do they have chainsaws?
Are you familiar with George of the Jungle?
No. Who's that?
Funny thing is, I see no one on the runway.
Okay. That's weird, because
I can see you landed. Yeah.
I am on the runway. Okay.
You're just entering the taxiway now, right?
I am. I'm running over NOAA.
I see that.
I just barely dodged that one.
Yeah, that was...
that was close, yeah.
That was close. I have a good insurance.
This is pretty cool. It's the first time I've seen like walking around outside like this. So can you jump into different aircraft and stuff in this mode?
This is not GTA. It's not Grand Theft Airplane, you know?
That's too bad.
Yeah, but it would be funny, actually. I agree.
I'm gonna try and get in your plane.
You go ahead. Do your worst.
Ooh, it let me walk right through it. I really didn't need to see that.
The innards of me or my plane. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
No. That was a nice flight, gentlemen.
Yeah, it looks like the only solid plane is your own. All the other ones you just pass through.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you were saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything really that would matter.
You were saying it was a nice flight.
Yes, it was. It was a nice flight.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
So no, you're welcome anytime. You just take a look at the calendar if you can make room for it. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Thanks so much. I absolutely will. That was a lot of fun.
Great, that's cool. Yeah, so it's past midnight, 6 minutes past midnight, so I'm going to go to bed now. So next time will be Tuesday next week, so we might catch up on the weekend maybe. But next official day for flying will be Tuesday. So until then, you guys have a good time and take care of yourself. And there we go. There we go again. No hasta la vista, baby, anymore. Now that one is actually better. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yep.
See you next time, Matt.
Take care.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.